on that game. So if you are just tuning in, we are going into game number 4, going to be CTF on evac, and I was about to say it. Talk about a map where Afterburner can be very good. H2K banned it for what, the 3rd or 4th time this series?
And it's starting out the same way the Uplink did. Both perk 1s, they get banned out. Now high caliber, maybe rapid fire this one up. Like I was saying, I would love to see Elevate ban out stock. That's an attachment that really helps out Felony and the way he likes to play, especially when he has an SMG in his hand. So if you maybe want to limit his effectiveness in this game, that's certainly an attachment you should look at banning out.
Is this a map where you expect potentially an HVK to get brought out by Elevate?
Potentially, I think everybody was watching Happy and the ways he was able to use it. It's kind of like the way these players like to approach experimental things is they want someone else to be the guinea pig. Because if it doesn't work out, maybe you lose your team the match because you're using like a weapon you're not too familiar with. But now that Happy has kind of set the precedent, I definitely think that we will see a little bit more.
All right, as we continue to go on through this one, Legal now up. He will get rid of the Semtex again. Still a focus on this in CTF, as you mentioned. Once you land it right on that ground, blows up a little bit quicker than a frag, can definitely be used to stop a push or a flag route from coming in. Remy, who had a little bit more of a quiet game in Game 3, the last ban up for his team. Lacefield now waiting things out as well. There is the ban of the HC yet again. Remy, last one up for the lobby. I don't know. I think active camo makes a little bit more of an impact. So 2 ability specialists banned on out. And now we get into the specialist draft.
Keep forgetting Fizzer's not here.
Yeah, right. That's why. I don't think it's near as important to target, especially with Fizzer not in the game.
I bet that's the exact conversation Elevate's having. Like, yeah, should we ban the Shiva? We're not going against Fizzer. Nah.
Yeah, no reason to worry about it. Aqua again picks up that Scythe. Vicento right there with the Heat Wave. Felony continuing to impress with the kinetic armor. Might as well keep using it if it continues to work on out.
Yeah.
Leo now with the Scythe, and there's Nagafen snagging a Vision Pulse. Love that decision from him. He seems like a player that definitely knows when to use it in the right situation.
Yeah, you couple that with like a well-placed smoker, it can really help you out when you're going for the flagpole. But I got to give more props to Felony because he's a player. Normally we see him, get things done with the SMG pretty well when he's on CLG. When he's been filming from H2K, from what we've seen, he's been bringing out the assault rifle a little bit more. So just kind of increasing his stock as a player. As technically right now he's a free agent. Maybe look for a stage 2 team to pick him up because he's playing out of his mind right now.
I think everybody remembers how Killer wound up getting out of DT, right? Fills in for Optic Gaming one day, performs pretty darn well. Next thing you know, the week after, he's being picked up by a professional team on Dream Team back in Stage 1. It's something that has definitely impacted things before. Everyone remembers Apathy filling in for Remy back in the beginning of Stage 1. Yeah. He performs well. Now he's got himself on a league team as well. Envy, you'll be seeing next up in their matchup versus Optic Gaming. But back to this series, here's a look at your maps. H2K now up 2-1 over Elevate. In your opinion, do we see ourselves a hunted search and destroy?
I don't know. CTF is always like a toss-up for me. I definitely think the Afterburner ban will hurt Elevate more than it will hurt H2K because the stock is still in play. I think I give a slight advantage for H2K just because the way these players play whenever they're able to use that attachment.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I have no idea. 50-50 for me.
It's tough to tell, especially with the new stage just starting off. Some of these teams obviously not playing with their full roster in regards to H2K. Wondering how that will affect things here. Here's a look at evac CTF. With Afterburner banned on out, expect to see a little bit less of those outer wall runs towards the top kitchen side of the map or lower near glass. Also, another thing to point out, on this map, those close-range submachine gun engagements with kinetic armor from Felony.
Yeah.
Definitely key on not only getting flag caps and pulling, but stopping flag pulls through that middle map. We saw Havoc play near the mid-building and in that dark stairs throughout majority of that game in the
He got there within like the first 10 seconds and he was there for the next minute. But an important part to evac whenever you're approaching this for like an uplink or CTF is how you're able to rotate back to your base. That seems to be where teams make key decisions throughout this map. Do we decide to rotate back? Maybe we give up a flag cap, but then we reset the map, we're able to refight for map control. Or do we overextend and make more of like an all-in-ish type play, whereas if that overextension fails, then maybe you give up another cap or another score.
Well, it's going to be a tough game. Elevate, their backs are against the wall. Can H2K take it 3-1, or will we be going to a hunted search and destroy in Game 5? It's Maven and Mr. X to call the action.
All right, let's get it. Are they going to be able to close it out? Like Jack said, that's the question. That was actually kind of an issue throughout Stage 1 for this H2K roster. And I know Fizzer's not here. I know there's a sub, but they weren't able to close out series a lot. They would had to come from behind many times, or if they did get an advantage, it would go to those Game 5s. They go the distance. Can they close it out here against a strong Elevate team?
I think it's important they do. I can't see Elevate losing a second Search and Destroy in the series, right?
If they start 0-3 in S&D after only losing, I think it was like 8 or something, the entire Stage 1, that'd be kind of wild, right?
Yeah.
The first week.
See that much of a drop-off from Stage 1 to 2? That's something you usually don't see, especially in Search and Destroy.
Unless other teams, maybe, you know Nagafin, especially gameplay-wise, kind of what would you say, early adopter, maybe be the way he's doing things, kind of before other players typically with it, whether it's weapons, whether it's movement-based stuff. Maybe other teams are catching up a little bit.
Possibly. I don't think it's, what? Have you seen something that he's done that's been taken out of the game that's really changed anything? They take away the sniper rifle sometimes. He's very good with the PO6. I don't think there's anything that they've done to really kind of counter him. You see smokes coming in on the flag, and he's able to pull this one out over towards apartments, and it's only going to be Felony with a chance to stop this. He's going to get shut down from behind. This should be a cap early for Elevate.
Yeah. Aqua went huge. I tried to get the defensive player to see if he was able to shut it down, but it was Aqua closing out on both, opening up that lane, making sure Nagafin had an uncontested route home. Fantastic stuff here early as Elevate gets on the board with the quickness. 45 seconds in.
Can't happen if you're H2K. You get off to a good start knowing these first 3 maps. Now coming into this one with a chance to close it out, you can't just let them do something as simple as run onto your flag, smoke it, and run away.
Well, it's about to happen again. You have an EMP here. Do they have smokes maybe for Aqua? Let me check. He doesn't have any smokes to go as well. They don't need smokes. They just grab it and go. But the flag, it didn't fall off the map. I think it's just staying down behind it, but that's Fears coming up big with the Shiva. You heard it popping off. It can be, where is the actual flag? Oh, I was wondering. I saw that spot. I was like, where is the flag? Why hasn't it returned? It looked like it dropped off the map. Interesting. I don't think I've seen it fall there before.
Yeah, it's one of the odder spots that the flag can go, and you see smokes coming in again. Lightsfield's not able to take out Vicento. Vicento takes him out of the melee, and here comes the flag out towards apartment side yet again, and doesn't look like anyone in position to make a play here. It's just one player coming right behind Vicento. That's going to be legal, but he's going to make it around the corner before he even has a chance.
There's one cutoff, I guess. Maybe Aqua to do this. It's not going to matter. Those two dying might have slowed down the push enough that he got through safely, but that's two flag pulls where once the flag guy got out, I don't even think a bullet was really shot in his direction. No. For the most part.
That was as clean as they could get. once he meleeed, Lightsfield able to win that engagement. He was able to just run with that one pretty freely home, and 2 flags in the first half here. Still 2 minutes plus remaining for Elevate. This is as good a start as any.
Yeah, you don't get much better than this. Legal if you could get a pull here. So you let everyone push out. I like this. Sneaky. Now you need your team to pick up a couple kills. As soon as you pick up, I'd say 2, go.
Yeah, there's one. If his teammates grab another one.
He's just going to grab it. I usually like to wait for 1 or 2. Well, I'd say you want to wait for as many as you can, but there he decides to go early, but now he has to worry about everyone rotating back from mid-map. The problem with this is that everyone's already, that's where they are. The entire team's in mid-map. You have to go through 2 to 3 players to try and get home.
Yeah, this is why you wait for more people.
It's going to be so difficult because all they have to do is basically turn there. And sometimes the timing works out nice where you pull that and then the other kill kind of comes in right at the same time, but nothing going to help there. You had Aqua pulled away on the top side as well. That gets shut down for the time being, at least. The next person trying to apply a little bit of pressure is going to be Nagafin. He's got vision pulse here. A lot of times you like to see players get the flag pull, then pop that. Might have been useful. Who's going around the backside, though? Vicento, there's no one looking for this. He is going to take the shots, pick up 1. I don't know if he's going to be able to snap onto the second. There are actually 3 players there to deal with. They leave 1 player at home. The rest of the players push up top, so Aqua is going to at least make any of these spawners have to rotate back and deal with him.
And with the M8 in his hands, this is a gunfight that he could win over onto Plat. He's going to have 1 directly in front of him. There's going to be 1 more player coming over on the wall run, and just going to watch his back for a second. The player directly in front of him. If he would actually just kept watching that angle he was holding before where he killed a guy on Plat, would have been able to do so. And you see Fear is able to win a big gunfight.
He had kinetic, too.
Yep, that player had kinetic.
The headshot comes in. If they can get 1 on the board, that basically kind of erases getting pounded for the last 4 minutes.
Yeah.
If you can bring it in within one flag, I think it becomes a much more manageable game here. But you see the flag getting pulled out on the other side. Let's go look at Legal, because Legal's in a good spot to maybe shut this down if they fly out. If he can get the return, their flag's pretty safely home. There's the kill. Can he get there in time? Slides, and then we should see the cap on the other side as well. Teammate picks it up. Textbook stuff there from Fears and company as they're able to put one through, and he's 50 off his Cerberus.
Yeah, and he has not killed anyone with this Annihilator yet, and he has one player in the back. That player drops at the hands of Lacefield.
Have we ever seen an Annihilator not fire before?
Just trying to do anything. I mean, he has not even shot a bullet out of this Annihilator yet.
I'm sticking with the whole thing.
He hit the button. Yep. Nobody coming towards him either.
Okay. Well.
He's going to have a lightning and hailstorm going into the second half.
I'll tell you what he's not going to have.
Base. He's not going to have the Annihilator, that is as wasteful as an Annihilator could be.
I would have shot a teammate at that point. Like, just use one bullet.
Yeah, he used it just as a security kind of blanket, so you can't really fault him on that.
No, not at all. Not at all. It was just kind of a funny scenario where he didn't even get to use that powerful one-shot kill weapon in the Annihilator. But that end cap, you know, it was a clutch on I think the top side from Legal, waiting there kind of under balcony as he was able to get the return, and then Fears putting through that cap. Coming within one there. I mean, how scary did it look? I thought it was going to be a 4-0 half or something from Elevate. If you're talking over the first couple of minutes of gameplay, there was nothing H2K could do at all.
Right. No, but it's good that H2K, well, good for H2K as they get one flag on the board there late, so they have a little bit of momentum going in the second half. Not going to have that Annihilator, though, to break this pace early. As you see, it's going to be Felony taking out one early. Vicentos, sees two players walk by. He's going to challenge the first one. Not going to be able to take out the second, so it's going to be Felony. So one-on-one in the Elevate base. He's going to pull a flag. He's going to take some shots in the back with the kinetic, but it's going to be Remy able to take him out. Nice play there by Remy.
Well, Remy's able to get a little payback. You know, he got dropped big time with the kinetic earlier. I mean, that kill on him actually in the base is what ended up being the deciding kill for that score, other than the return. Gets a little payback, killing a player there with kinetic. Tough fight for Felony at range for sure, but now you have Lacefield coming forward. This is definitely going to be a pull. This could be a second cap. If he gets out, he's got coverage from the top. This should be a cap. You've got a Cerberus at home as well. You were able to pick that up. You've got Felony holding the corner here. There's one, there's two. Put the scythe away as he shuts down Aqua, and now Lacefield, H2K wants it. They can feel it. They want to close out this series, and they've tied things up in the opening 60 seconds here of side two.
Yeah, and this one looks like it's going to go in H2K's favor, maybe, to be quite honest with you. I mean, they have all the momentum. You see Lacefield on a 4 streak on your screen now, and I believe Fears still has these streaks as well, right?
Let's check and see what all he has. Yeah, he's still got 2 streaks to go, and those are very important in something like CTF. I mean, that can save a run, that can create a run. You find one sleeping there, and Remy, watch the wrong side. Now you've got to flag out Legal. You got to grab it first. Now he's going to push. Unfortunately, he's got a player in kitchen to beat. It's going to be Nagafin. Nagafin wisely playing this slow. It's just a guessing game. Does he go high? Does he go low? Oh! He's going to get obliterated. That's Legal finding around the corner. Wait, stop as well. And that's Legal. Pick it up, too. This should be the scoring. They should have the advantage. Yep, they pick it up mid-map. That's Felony. And now H2K is going to take the lead. What an individual performance there from Legal.
So we didn't actually see it because obviously we were watching Legal during that process. I have to imagine there was a lightning strike by either Fears or Lacefield pinged right there.
Fears did because you just saw he used the lightning. So he used the Hellstorm before, I think.
No, but I imagine he pinged it or he used the Hellstorm before to figure out where those players were because there's no way that Lacefield has that information, right? Sitting in the back of apartments, that there's a guy to the right on his desk and then a guy coming up the stairs. One of those players had to ping or use one of those streaks.
Yeah, good call, because, I mean, he reacted that really quickly. Either that was inhuman reaction or he got the call out. Either way, the scary part right now for Elevate, your 2-0 lead has been just dismantled. And when you take a look at Lacefield, he had full streaks. That's another Cerberus, I think, just got dropped off defensively. Yep, you saw it drop on their back flag. That's going to be a nuisance to deal with for sure. And he has, cap stopping score streaks left with the Hellstorm and Lightning.
Yeah, and I believe they have a Cerberus in the back of their base as well.
Yeah, they just dropped that in, yeah.
And Legal's going to get a Hellstorm as well. This is not looking good for Elevate as you see one streak coming in from Lacefield. And then you got one.
Well, Legal's going
to have a Cerberus as well.
Lacefield, Fears, and Legal have all gotten Cerberus. 3 out of 4 players on your team have gotten Cerberus.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, this is not one that Elevate looks like they're going to be able to do. This would be an insane score if they're able to get it. I mean, through all these streaks and Cerberuses and whatnot. I mean, unreal.
Right now, I think Legal just dropped his 2. There were 2 Cerberus in the base. Did they kill one yet? Or are there still 2 roaming around?
I think they got 1.
Okay. They've spent the last 90 seconds just trying to kill them here. Lacefield kills his teammate. That's all he's going to really clear out. The only person primed in position here to disrupt anything is Remy, but Remy's running into 3 players on defense, plus the 4th man in the Cerberus. How do you win this if you're elevated? I have no idea. It'd be the most ridiculous flag run ever, because they have to deal with a turtle surrounding a Cerberus, basically.
It's not good. You hear, Facendo with a lightning strike of his own. So,
I don't know when the hell he managed to get that.
Yeah, no, doesn't have any other streaks, though. No, you still have lightning hailstorm on Legal. Those are the only streaks left for H2K, but with 37 seconds left, Maven does not look likely that Elevate gets near the base.
What an incredible performance from H2K. You know, we talked about the resilience of this team, obviously just looking at relegation.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact they were down 3-0, came back and won that. It's looking a little bit scary in this series, at least based off the first game, but they come back, they rip off 3 straight. They were down 2-0 in this game, rip off 3 straight. Solid stuff from H2K, and yeah, there's just not enough time here for Elevate.
Shocking Elevate, a top 4 team from stage 1. Starts things off here in stage 2, 0-2.
Early struggles. And, you know, there's not a lot I think we can tell right now. You know, some teams took a little bit of a break after stage 1. You saw the scrims for these teams start picking up over really the last week. But the scariest part of all of this for me is you lost now to a newly formed NV team, which if your best asset, if you're elevated, is that you stuck together. You've been playing together for 6 months. You should have at least win that chemistry battle. You're now playing against a team who's been inconsistent, very inconsistent, and they have a sub. So scary, right? I mean, you should have the teamwork chemistry advantage by a landslide.
And you lose the search and destroy. I mean, it's just a really weird start.
I think what's weird
for Elevate. Yeah.
Losing both the uplink and the CTF, like losing both of those, kind of shocks me as well.
Yeah, to a team that's, I don't want to say kind of thrown together. I mean, it's just put together with a sub. I mean, and it's a sub last minute. It's like, I believe they were trying to get like Parasite to fill in, and Parasite couldn't fill in, and they just kind of grabbed Felony to
and not knocking Felony, because one, he's played
played out of his mind, yeah.
2, he was solid at stage 1 in spurts. He's been very, very good, especially in respawn
He's had moments. He's had his moments.
I've loved him in Hardpoint. You know, we talked about that CLG team. They've been great, but we'll take a look at in just a moment here at the scoreboard. And the big thing is, I believe it was Legal, Lacefield, and Felony, right? All got
Fierce.
Cerberus was Fierce?
Yeah. So Fierce, Lacefield, and Leo all got streaks.
3 out of your 4 players getting fully streaked. I mean, how the hell can you even win a game when
Fierce kind of does it all in one burst. I mean, he only goes 12-7. It was really when he got like a few kills, and then he got the flag cap.
That's right. Yeah. The flag cap. That's when he killed Remy, when he had the kinetic armor. That was a fantastic run from him. But let's throw it over to analysis. We've got Revan and Courage to break down the victory here from H2K.
I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know what to believe anymore. You saw on the scoreboard right there. Only 1 return from Elevate, 5 from H2K. That shows that they were doing a great job of getting the cuts in middle map, getting those flags returned. In the end, H2K wind up winning it. You and I walking around, we're talking to people, we go to the admin station. I'm going, okay, this is going to a game 5, Elevator up 2-0. I go to the bathroom, I come back out. H2K somehow have 2 caps. They've got multiple Cerberus on the map. What just happened?
All right, so at the beginning of the game, you saw Elevate really dictate the pace. I mean, they were able to get that first cap really early in the game, and you know they were able to just win their gunfights and win their engagements, and they're playing at such a fast pace. Right? Yeah, it was really H2K. They were trying to respond, they were scrabbling, and trying to combat the pace that Elevate were bringing to the table. H2K recognized the mistakes they were making. They slowed down the pace of the game just a little bit, and that throws off the timing that Elevate were getting kind of at the beginning stages of the game. And then you saw Fierce, he brought out the Annihilator. Even though he didn't get a kill with it, he was prepared to shoot anybody that came his way. But he was able to run that flag in. He was able to rely on his teammates to push forward, and that really got the ball rolling for H2K. From there, they start to earn streaks. And I think like every kind of like Hellstorm missile or lightning strike you get, that's at least 20 seconds you buy on the map. And you know, they got, what was it, like 5 of those streaks in total, so that's around 100 seconds that they were able to secure for themselves just off the back of those streaks.
What an unbelievable win there for H2K to take that one home, taking the series in 4 games. I know we have some replays of some stuff that happened down on the map, obviously. Looking at it, though, it was a couple early caps coming in. You can see 0-0 right here. Elevate, they get that early flagpole, and things are looking pretty solid for them, Revan.
Yeah, right. They throw down that smoke screen. It blocks off any defenders that would have been there to maybe shoot Knockvin. Aqua's there to get the cutoffs, and they just converge on that last player, and this is a guaranteed cap within the first 45 seconds. This is what we see from Elevate on so many CTF maps, and then they go ahead and they're able to get another one out. This time it's Vicenta, and look, they have the overextension double cutoff. 2 players currently dead. They have a good idea where the last 2 are. Another guaranteed cap as Vicenta crosses the corner, so within 2 minutes, Elevate, you go up by 2 flags. And then H2K, right? Even though they're down 2 flags, even though they don't have all the specialists to work with, and they're able to slow down the game. And they throw Elevate a little bit off guard with that.
It was a great step to see Elevate go up early, but then H2K be able to be resilient enough to come back, keep their heads in the game, make it happen, shows that 4-game comeback back at Stage 1 relegation wasn't just a fluke from this team that they had against Team Liquid. Great stuff from them. They've now gotten themselves a win here in the first week, even with a substitute. Felony, you've definitely done your job showing that, hey, he might not have made the league, obviously, with that CLG team, but teams better keep him in the back of their mind looking forward, coming up in the future of this year.
Oh, for sure. He's definitely a capable player. And if you make a list of all the free agents out there, there are so many big names on there, and Felony is starting to separate himself from the rest of the pack with the performances he's putting on, at least in the first week here.
Most certainly. Well, that was our second series of the day now done. Up next, my matchup of the night, Optic Gaming versus Team Envious. Trust me, you won't want to miss that one.